referees are Grady Hamilton and Jordan Samuels Thomas. The linesmen Brandon Grillo and Dylan Bloges. Puck has dropped and we are underway as the Canucks will win the opening face-off. Send it across the ice, chip it down left wing wall. Good collision by Sinden on Ty Mueller. Puck sent deep into the Colorado zone. Fish free by Brian Yu. Collected by Jean-Luc Foudy. Will go rink wide. Picked up Wyatt Abbott. Drives his way in. Over for Foudy. Right wing circle. Tries to go back door. Slap three. Send it. Sends it into the air. Snagged on the run by Carlson. Makes his way out to neutral. Loses the puck in the process. Eagles going to start again. Send it from his own zone. Long outlet pass. That's going to be offside. Hits Foudy in the skates. For Kara, racing in, left wing circle, fires, saved by Miner. What a stop! Puck is loose and Colorado gets to it. Oh, a big chance there for Jujhar Khaira, and Miner a brilliant stop early.
Oh, remarkable. That's exactly what you need out of Miner.
Here comes Waters with a snapshot. That'll rise over the crossbar. Upstairs it carries. Wrenched over to the right wing wall now. Abbott after it. Longer defenseman Jack Kachon, Devontae Stevens, Connor Mayer, Connor Kelly, and Adam Shield as Colorado tear after a loose puck brought in. Send it with it. Drops it back. Long shot. Kempf deflected. Just skips wide. Rebound. Scores! Tucked home on a backhand by Mark Senden. His first goal of the playoffs.
Hard work around that net's been paying off for the Eagles. Shot on net. Senden creates a rebound, cradles it, wrap around on net, and leaks through Sheila past that goal line.
That may have bounced off Foudy on the way in. Yes, it did. So Jean-Luc Foudy with his first goal of the postseason, and Colorado a 1-0 lead. And that fourth line gives the Eagles the early edge.
Yeah, Foudy was the guy looking to step up here tonight for the Eagles in the lineup, and right there early getting
stripped away, brought into the slot, now upstairs. Brisebois shot hits high, deflects off the glass. Lekaramaki will pick it up. Back up top, long drive, deflection, underneath Miner, falls on top of it and blown dead. I don't know if he knew that was there, but it was right behind him and he just laid down on top of that puck.
Oh, from our angle, we can see it perfectly. I'm not sure he did. Shot on net, just dribbled by him here. Sitting there, thankfully. Jax gets that covered up.
I think he saw Olausen darting in to try to keep that puck out and said, oh boy, I better drop back down just in case. And that was the right idea.
Yeah, that's something for Abbotsford we got to watch, be mindful of. Taking away their deep.
Reclaimed now, McWard from his own blue line. Zips it ahead, play to the right wing. Lekaramaki, a shot to the brilliant save there on top of the crease by Trent Miner on a red-hot Jonathan Lekaramaki. It's a guy with a goal and 3 assists in his last 2 games. And he put up 28 points in 36 regular season contests this year for the Canucks.
Yeah, you got to focus on out there for Abbotsford. Be aware, take his time and space away. Good job there. Defensively being up on the line. Keep him to the outside. Those shots from the perimeter. Focus on that.
First outlet pass. Wagner, left wing circle. Little move, couldn't get it out. Upstairs, Rosen, a drive deflected. Rebound, covered up in the paint there by Shilovs. And now some pushing and shoving going on. Bradley and McWard getting after it. Linus Karlsson has TJ Tynan in a headlock. 4.4 seconds remaining here in the first.
Yeah, good job by Rosen. Shot through on the net. But hits the traffic, disruption, the energy in front of the net of Shilovs. Being away, looking for that rebound. That's what you got to get to in this game.
So 4.4 seconds left in an offensive zone draw here for Colorado. You got some time off a clean face-off win to try to put one towards the net of Shilovs. Eagles still with Bradley, Tynan, Wagner. There by Tynan, up but not out. Played in deep one more time. Wagner after it for Colorado. Possession taken away, though, by the Canucks. Abbott slams his man up against the wall. Blay deals it upstairs, handed across, will land it. Centers it, bounds away, and a penalty coming up here. And it's going against Colorado, I believe. As Wagner was laying on top of Max Sasson for a long time.
Yeah.
A delayed call coming here. They'll get the netminder off the ice. Colorado will touch the puck. Yeah, the game's first power play goes to Abbotsford with 14:31 left in the second period. It was a case where I assumed Wagner couldn't get up because his stick was being held, but that might not have been the case. He may have just held Sassa down for a little too long there. He was given some good grace as far as the amount of time he was stacked on top of him. Finally, referee Jordan Samuels-Thomas said, I got to make a call here.
Yeah, it looked like his stick might have been under him there. Wedged underneath his body, the ice, but you're right. A little too much time spent on top.
That one in front may have been Kara that was down on a knee, took it away. Back up high, Kemp with it. For Tynan, bottom of the circle. Returns it for Kemp upstairs. Left point. Behind the net, Tynan rolls around. TJ Tynan down to the right wing boards. Makes his way to the high slots. Tynan bodies in front. Chucks it back into the corner. Nobody home. It'll be taken away by the Canucks. Out to neutral ice. Intercepted by Bradley. Feeds it forward. Here comes Tynan into the zone again. Dish it over. McDonald, right wing circle. Returns it. Tynan, cross ice. Ahmed fires. Deflects it. Goes up out of play. 10:58 left second period. And a great look there for Colorado. On some layered pressure for the Eagles. Eagles with the face-off. Tynan upstairs for Rosen over. Yoon with it. Right wing circle. Fires off the leg pad of Shelov's. Trying to tuck it home is Bradley. Still free. Loose in the paint. Yoon shoots it wide. Rosen after the rebound. Into the left wing corner. Guided back behind the nets. Bradley hounded from behind. Plays it in behind the cage one more time. Springing upstairs. Runs off the stick of Rosen. Tries to go rink wide. Stripped away. Brought in. Nielsen with it. Left wing circle. Drops the shoulder. Shot and a save by Miner. Rebound picked up by Yoon. Tries to play it ahead, but stolen one more time. Klimovich able to dislodge it. Breeze ball behind the cage. Yoon gets a touch on it, but Blay will take away the puck. Set it up top. McWard, long shot, blocker save, rebound, swatted away by Yoon to the boards. High into the air, drops down left wing corner. Tynan after it. Able to field it and send it free for Rosen. Chip it up and out to neutral. Poland, charge it down right wing side.
Get the boards to the interior of the ice. Puck inside, shots from the house area.
Shots 13-8 in favor of Colorado. Now discussion going on between the two referees and the linesman. Matthew Phillips went down and talked to them after they had blown the whistle, went right down by the net, and I'm not sure exactly what the discussion is. Maybe Colorado felt like they tucked it home when Bradley was down there working away. That puck was right around the goal line as Shelovs was kicking away with that left leg pad.
That could be exactly it here.
And they continue to conference here. We'll see if they actually go into review this. And I think they're going to. As Waters, not very happy, it looks like, from what he's hearing from referee Grady Hamilton. And yes, the two referees will go into the box and take a look at the iPad. We have not seen a replay. Fortunately, I'm assuming that's what it would be.
Yeah, it's got to be. You can't. It's not about the penalty. You can't do that after it's been played out. But obviously, goal.
Now they're taking a look at the iPad. Here you go. Here's a look at the replay. Bradley trying to tuck it home. We've not seen the overhead. Very difficult to see without the overhead view. So tough to tell. I'm sure that they are probably looking at a different angle than what we just saw here in-house, which was a standard view that we would see. All you knew is it was close to the goal line.
Yeah, those are the opportunities you have to continue to create. They've had success with and around the net in the feet of Shelov.
Boy, what a big decision this would be. They're continuing to dissect what they're seeing on the iPad right now. So we show another replay on the board here. But again, unless you're looking at the overhead, there's just no way to see what happened.
Yeah, clear cut. Vision of that puck crossing the line, exactly right. Take a view from up top there. And what we've seen, what saw it.
Yeah, and again, they're showing that same replay. And Borshad, there's just no way to see it on this. Klimovich is in the way. I don't know. I don't know. But they are taking a long look at this. With 8:53 left, second period, the Eagles up 1-0. Here's your overhead view. So we finally get a look at it. Now Bradley comes that glove side of Shelov's and wraps around. Gets a second whack at it. It's very difficult to tell if that puck crossed the line. Very, very difficult.
Yeah. Don't think he'd make a decision off that.
It's got to be indisputable evidence. And again, I think they have the ability to kind of zoom in a little bit. Maybe as we get a look now from the reverse angle, there's a better chance. Here comes the referee. No goal. And I think that may have been the fact they just didn't have capacity. Tied that game, eventually forced overtime. The Canucks will get the winner from Linus Karlsson. Loose puck swatted back in behind the net. Hirose on top of it. Lofts it ahead, knocked down. Magna fires, scores! Jason Magna whistles it home. It's 2-0 Colorado. 8:46 left, second period.
Hard work on the forecheck. Felder a big hit. Puck bounces out. Your leading goal scorer in the playoffs. Continues. Magna. Wristed home.
Magna now 8 points in 8 playoff games. His team best 5th goal of the postseason. Potted one in game 2. He's got one here in game 4. 14th shot of the night for Knight, and still double over, grab it in his face. Chucked in deep. McDonald scurries back after it in his own zone. Swipes it around. Big collision. Carroll with it now. He'll be crunched into along the wall on the right wing hash. Still free. Centering feed and a penalty coming up here. Cross-checking going to be the call. And Bradley getting into it with Nate Smith in behind the nets. And Phil DiGiuseppe going to the box. And the Eagles will get a crack on the power play portion where they are 0 for 9 here in this series.
Yeah, up against penalty kill in Abbotsford. It's been perfect here. 29 for 29. Coming in the last 10 games here. But what an opportunity. Creates a little bit more momentum. Filling that ice here on their power play. Just need to find a way. Keep battling video, change it up a bit, but.
Dumps it in, and the Canucks make changes. Tristan Nielsen stays on. Stops. Reverse hit on Ludwig. Takes it around the net. Nielsen trying to throw it in front, broke his stick, but Mueller's there. And now a penalty coming to Klimovich as he punched Rosen, knocked his helmet off, and that's going to draw a crowd as Rosen's a bit shaken up. So the Canucks going to be shorthanded for a second straight time in this frame, and not what you want to see from Klimovich there as the Canucks had it on a string. As Rosen's still on his knees, he took a punch to the face. And that was an easy call to make for the officials. Eagles saying it should be 5. Looks like it'll just be 2 for roughing. So a late man advantage for Colorado, who is 0 for 1 tonight on the power play. Rosen picks up his helmet and slowly skates to the bench. He's usually a fixture on the first power play unit.
Tynan reenters the zone. Right wing side, centers it left wing. Handed off, a shot to the save. Rebound picked up. Felber trying to angle it around. It's going to bounce free and be picked up. Here comes a shorthanded rush, 2-on-2. Sasson through the circle, drops it, shot. What a stop by Miner. The Eagles will grab it, get moving with numbers. Tynan barrels ahead, right wing side, into the zone. Tynan through the slot, sends it over. Felber a shot, scores! Ty Felber beats the Abbotsford penalty kill for the first time in the playoffs. It's 3-0 Colorado.
What a rush. What a great job holding up. Titus Felber to held no way. With this 4th goal in the playoffs, absolutely rose that wrestler over Silas blocker.
Ty Felber, his first point of the series, his 4th goal of the playoffs. 4 goals, 3 helpers. And Colorado a 3-0 lead with 34 seconds left here in the second period. Goals for Fody, Magna, and Felber.
Canucks win the ensuing faceoff. unable to clear was Wolanin, but following up is DiGiuseppe, and out it goes. Wolanin going back to pick it up behind his net. And then Shelov's got dumped. That's going to be a penalty to Colorado. Jason Magner ran over Shelov's delayed call, 6-on-5 about to happen, but the Canucks are running out of time. 8 seconds left as Wolanin finds Nate Smith. And the buzzer's about to sound here in 1 second, so Abbotsford will start the third on a power play, and that'll be crucial. If they can get an early one, that could go a long way to trying to get back into this one. As Amit gets into it with Kira, now DiGiuseppe comes in, wants to get Rosen away, and now Ludwig puts Nate Smith in a headlock, and hold on here, folks. These two teams not going to their locker room quietly, and now Nate Smith gets his helmet knocked off by Ludwig. Wolanin comes in trying to protect his teammate. And will cooler heads prevail? Looks like that might be the case. We got Felleber with his helmet off. He's barking at Kira. So the initial call was Magna, probably for goaltender interference. As Shelovs goes to the locker room. Eagles got 2 past them on Wednesday. They got 3 right now going into the third. And are looking to it in towards Shelovs. Canucks finish a change. Mancini being watched closely by Foodie. Will skate away from him. Mancini to the right wing. He's got Sammy Blais. McWard's going to the net. Blais, cross-ice feed. Here's Kara. Wide open shot. Block. Puck loose in front. Canucks whacking away, and the Eagles find it and clear. Good chance for Kara. Now he's mixing it up with Steinberg away from the puck. And we're going to get some penalties here as Kara throws down Steinberg while Smith is getting into it as well. He knocks the helmet off of Amit. And now Blais comes in late. My guess is both Kara and Steinberg will get offsetting penalties. Jordan Samuels-Thomas, one of the referees, was hollering at him the whole time to separate. 14:08 to go. The Canucks with their best chance on this shift. And it was Jujhar Khaira. And he's going off. We'll see if Steinberg joins them. I think he will. And we might see some 4-on-4 for the first time tonight. Nice setup from Blais, who's on a 6-game point streak entering tonight, to find Khaira on the left wing. His shot was stopped, and then the scramble was on, and Eagles were able to get out of their own zone. He just had the last shot before the media timeout. Dumps it behind the net. Waters ties up his man. Blais trying to work it free. And he's got some room towards the net. Sammy Blais had it poked off his stick before he could shoot. Nice defensive effort by the Eagles, but they can't clear. Wolanin on the right side. Trying to find Blais. Jumps over his stick. Ends up on the backhand of Waters. Waters to Mancini. Nice move to get around Tynan. Mancini between the legs. Passes to Blais. Blais to the left wing. Here's Max Sasson, who's fresh. Wrist shot stopped. Rebound loose in the slot and cleared by McDonald. He'll chip it out to center looking for Wagner. Got away from him. And both teams peel off to the benches. And now we got a penalty coming up. Behind the play, it's going to be a roughing call. Sammy Blais wants a piece of Amit. And those two get separated. And I think Blais getting the call here. Away from the puck. Roughed up Amit. And it'll be a 4-on-3 power play here for Colorado for the next 24 seconds. 12:31 to go. Eagles are fresh off a power play goal on their last opportunity. And will have even more room to work it around here if they can win the faceoff and set up. You can see Blais away from the play going after Amit, or make that McDonald. And then Amit came in to stick up for him, and Blais looked like he hit McDonald up high. This is a must kill here, you would think, for Abbotsford. Here's TJ Tynan across the blue line, left wing pass for Ivan. Ivan will dump it back to the point for Rosen. Traffic in front, wrist shot, missed the net. McWard trying to gather it, comes up the wing for Baines, under pressure. Played it to the point and held in. McDonald will set it up on that right flank. Over to his partner Rosen, back to McDonald, one-timer stopped by Shelovs. Puck is loose and ends up behind the goal line for Ivan. Back up top for McDonald, he's got a couple shots in this power play. Tynan, left corner, gets the pass. Wagner looking for the redirect. Tynan thinks about it, throws it in front, hits a stick. McDonald, wrist shot, stopped by Shelovs, and he will hang on. McDonald with 3 shots on Shelovs, and still looking for his first playoff goal. 36 seconds left of the penalty to Sammy Blais. And fans, you can still get your Abbotsford Canucks 50-50 presented by Lordco for a chance to win an estimated $50,000 jackpot while the team is on the road here in Colorado. Sendin gets it back. Nice work by the centerman there to maintain possession. Now it bounces back towards Carlson, who knocked down with a high stick. He touches it next and the whistle sounds. 7:13 to go as Nielsen throws food at the ice, and he's going to get a penalty for that. Frustration boiling over here for Abbotsford. They're going right back to the box. They just killed off another. We'll have to do it again here to stay in the game. Shots now are 25-18 for Colorado. Canucks hoping they can drag an eagle with them as the officials talk. Nielsen getting the initial call. So roughing for Nielsen, and they're giving a roughing penalty to Foodie as well. So for a second time this period, it'll be 4-on-4 as we got to look at the hit that McDonald delivered on Mueller. Open ice check as Mueller made the play. McDonald on Mueller, and now Wagner on Waters, who seems fine and takes a number. Now here come the Eagles through the neutral zone. Phillips touches it offside, and folks, hang on to your butts. This is going to get ugly, I think. Both teams going at each other at their benches right now. 6:44 to go. Shots are still 25-18 for Colorado, and a clean check there from Wagner as Waters stopped, saw him coming at the last second. And then Waters got right back up and wanted to dance, but the veteran Wagner said no thanks. For the Bruins, Blaine and St. Louis Blues beat Wagner and his Bruins in Game 7. Penalty coming up here to Colorado. The Canucks score! Nate Smith in front puts Abbotsford on the board during a delayed call. Don't go anywhere, folks. 5:56 to go. And Smith pouncing on a loose puck in the blue paint makes it a 2-goal game. Nice pressure off a faceoff, and Smith stayed with it after Kara took it around the net, got held, which drew a call. And with Miner down, Smith puts it home, and it is 3-1, so right on cue. The fans of the Brewhouse and all over the province, all over the world, Canucks fans are everywhere, can finally cheer. It's 3-1, and we're still 4-on.
By will land it. Rolls it after it. Rolls to the trapezoid. Trying to strip it away. Shilov's looking at the bench, trying to determine if he should head off now. He finally will. Extra attacker, empty net now for the Canucks. Puck still locked up deep in that Colorado zone. Whisked around, will land it with it. Left point. Traffic in front. Zips it down the half wall. Lekkerimaki behind the cage. Back for Jonathan Lekkerimaki. Wraparound tent. Rebound, shot, cleared and dumped out. And icing going to be waved off here as Willan will go back and fetch it. Quickly turns up the ice. 2:12 left in the third. Spins, fires, sends it just wide of the empty net. 38.4 seconds left in the third. And now all kinds of shoving going on. Wagner comes in. He grabs one of the Canucks. Sasson and Ahmet getting into it. And now Sendin goes after Linus Karlsson. Make that Tristan Nielsen that he's shoving up against the glass.
It's been boiling over here in the third period.
Another face-off set to unfold in the Colorado zone. Sold-out crowd here tonight, Bush. They've been on it from the get-go. Got treated to a great start. Jean-Luc Foodie with his first goal of the playoffs, 3 minutes, 30 seconds in. And a couple of goals in the second. Abbotsford has chipped back with one here in the third. And some big hits have been doled out along the way.
Oh, I've been physical. McDonald, Wagner, some huge hits here in this third period. But yeah, the Eagles got to crowd into it here early the first. I think start tense.
So they're unstacking everybody. And let's see who's staying and who's going. Wagner being escorted over to the Colorado bench. Lead me to believe he might get hit with a 10 here with 38.4 left. And Wagner will head down the tunnel. So yes, that would lead me to believe that is the case there. We'll wait for all this to be spelled out. Sammy Blais already hit with a 10-minute misconduct. That with 5:56 remaining in this third period. And let's see what we've got here. Upstairs, Mancini, right point, backs up, fires, blocked. Rebound trickles out to neutral. 4 seconds left. Snagged, and we'll see you on Monday for Game 5. Colorado with their backs against the wall, facing elimination. Come up with a 3-1 win here in Game 4. This series is tied at 2 games apiece. And Game 5, Monday afternoon, 3:05 p.m., right back here at Blue Arena. Eagles with goals from Foti, Magna, Fellenberg. Trent Miner, 24 saves on 25 shots. Gets his 5th win of the Calder Cup postseason. We're going to break. We're headed to Game 5. Back after this on 99.9 The Point.
As the state's largest oil and natural gas producer, Chevron employs your neighbors to help deliver the energy our communities need while teaming up with local organizations and investing millions of dollars to help the communities we call home. At Chevron, we're committed to safety, delivering the affordable, ever-cleaner energy that powers Colorado forward. Together, we're fueling Colorado. That is energy in progress.
This is Jan at Toyota.
Hi, Jan. Is now a good time to get a new Toyota?
It is.